Hey, we would like to invite you all on March 6th to join us virtually for our conference coming up called Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease and Build a Powerful Immune System for Women. Anyone can join us, but we would love to have you sign up for our virtual event featuring Dr. Robin Schutkin.
She's amazing.
What she knows about the microbiome, which she knows, is the biome within us, our gut, and how that is tied into our immune system. There's nothing more important right now than having healthy immune systems. It is the end of 2020. This event is on March 6th of 2021. Also, we'll be featuring my father to prevent and reverse heart disease, his research with women, and I'll be cooking with Anne.
And Dr. Ann Bingham will be there.
OBGYN, the power of plants with women cannot be understated, overstated, needs to be stated. And we'll do some interactive things with Brian Hart as well. You can find a link to the event in the description below here on YouTube or on Instagram in my bio or on my website, janeesselstyn.com. Hope to see you there.
It'll be great. It'll be such fun.
See you soon.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Jane Esselstyn.
I'm Ann Esselstyn.
And today we're not cooking out of any of our books necessarily. We're doing more of a tutorial on tofu and tempeh. So we get some questions about tofu and soy and things in our like seminars and workshops and when we are interacting with people. And soy is sort of gotten a bad rap. The most recent research is that it's actually quite protective for you as the phytoestrogens take up the receptors in our bodies and protect us from our own estrogens, which can be, as we get older, not what we want to have floating around our bodies, especially as women and probably as men. Okay, so let's start with tofu.
I will say an aside, for my husband's heart disease patients with severe heart disease, he would prefer that you go light on the tofu, not a lot, just because all soy products are 40% fat.
Okay, so we're going to start with tofu and the different kinds of tofu that are out there because it's completely confusing. And we say, oh, use tofu in this recipe, and we don't say exactly which kind to use. And people get the silken kind, where they should not get the silken kind. And anyway, so we're going to just all things revealed here. So this is organic tofu. Get organic when you can, please, because soybeans you want to have organic when you can. And this is extra firm, and this is medium firm. We're going to open these two, and you can see how these are what you make when you, let's poke a hole and we're going to drain it in a bowl, show them how, this is how it looks. Oop, it has water in it, and you drain the water out. Cut it open, will you? It has water in it, drain the water out, and you'll get this tofu block. And it's protected by the water. It keeps it fresh. And there we go. Awesome. And can you open this one out? So look, there's a lot of water in there. And then here's another block. So this is the extra firm block. And this is the medium firm. Not everything has an extra firm or medium firm. Sometimes they just say firm or extra firm. And again, these all have water around them because this is quite, I'm getting a little bit of pressure. And this is just a block of tofu. It's really plain tasting. I always joke that tofu is like your most insecure friend. Like, oh my God, what are we wearing tonight? What are we using tonight? What are we going to do? What are we going to taste like? It totally adopts whatever flavor you put around it. Yeah. If you put soy sauce, if you put mustard, if you put barbecue, anything, it takes it on. So this is quite firm, and this is a little squishier. Wait, I don't know if, can you see how I'm squishing this a little bit more with my thumbs?
Yeah, that's right.
It gives a little more, yeah, so these, if you put them out like that, I'm gonna get a freshie. Putting them out, they'll lose some water. But the way that we like to prepare these.
May I dump this out?
Yes, please. Thank you. The way that we like to prepare this kind of tofu is making it into cubes. But before I do that, I want to show you what oftentimes people confuse. They go and they say, oh, I want to get some organic tofu. And they don't see the word silken. So silken really is like sour cream texture. So let's open this one and show what that's like. And so we can compare it to these, because these have some structure. And this is really, it's silken. This is not silken. This has got a texture to it. I mean, I almost need to get its own bowl. or maybe a bigger one. Can you get that? What do you think we should do?
What do you want?
Should we just? So this is.
Look.
Yeah, look at that. It's just a squishy, no structure, and I'm doing this on purpose here. This is something that you would use if you were going to make
A dessert.
or a sauce. A sauce, because this is really turns liquidy. And we often don't use this at all. We use Silken Firm. And this comes in a box like this, or it can come in like this, but it has to say Silken Firm.
These are shelf stable. Those you get only in refrigerated.
So these, and Mama, can you show how to open this? And we'll put this one here. The Silken Firm or Silken Extra Firm are what we use for all of our desserts, mousses, frostings, pudding kind of things that we make. Because this is just so much fluid in this one, and it's so. I could probably stir
These
this one up.
more new ones are harder to find, but they are always available on Amazon or
Online somehow.
online. So
Yes.
you cut both ends. They're those little ears, and then right down the center. And it opens up nicely. And hopefully it comes out in one nice little block.
Yeah, it's firm, so it has a little bit of structure to it, but it's silken, so it's fragile in some ways. Here, sometimes just popping these, I find it gets a little bit of air in there.
Wait a minute. We got it all.
So this, it's a little more firm. If we squeezed it, we could probably make it crumble.
See, it doesn't crumble quite as much as the other.
But we use this when we are making, as you probably saw in our blueberry, what'd you call it?
My blueberry mousse,
Blueberry mousse.
which I'm going to make soon. And it's the best.
Yeah, I think we posted that video a little while ago, actually.
Oh,
We're going to make it soon from this also. But this, hopefully, is a visual on the different structures of tofu. This is more like, if you will, a block of cheese. I hate comparing it to dairy stuff, but I'm going to. This is like a light cream cheese. Like has some structure, but not a lot. This is more like sour cream. We don't use this at all because people often use these for blended up smoothies and things that are not really part of our sort of the program that we like to eat our food and not just
well, if you're
drink
unable
it.
to get this, would that work?
Not for frosting because it would just run right off the cake or whatever.
But it would make a pudding.
Yeah,
thing.
really watery pudding that I wouldn't be psyched about. But I'm more for the firm stuff. And then tempeh, if you will, if going with the whole dairy thing. So this is more like cheese. This is like a cheese that it has all the curds in it still maybe. Like this has got a lot of structure. Grab your knife. Tempeh. These all come from soybeans, and tempeh is sort of cool because you can see the soybeans in this brick or in this patty, whatever you want to call this thing. So here, I'm going to hold it up to the camera, and can you see like the texture of the soybeans still in there? So the tempeh and tofu are what we like to have most often in what we eat. So I'm going to show you how we would eat it. Let's get a clean bowl. And we cube up. I like to take our tofu, and we have got a lot of kids at our house these days because we're on a break right now. And I cut it in half, cut it like that, and then just make cubes out of it. And this way, you can just put a little bit of...
Whatever you're eating, you want to try and get as many of the cubes as you can.
All right. So this has got structure to it, so we can cut it like this. Now, this is going to be a little bit... This is the medium, or the not as firm. So this is going to... you can't really tell by the camera, but it doesn't have
So Jane, you
much structure.
like to get extra firm if possible.
whatever's available. For some reason, sometimes it's not always available, but a firm tofu, not silken, is what I use for adding in, with rice or noodles, those kinds of things. So right now and I'm gonna show you tempehs also. You just cut it up kind of the same way. Tofu, we're gonna add some tamari to it, to that, and I may even put a little hint of maple syrup because it makes it have a glaze to cook when you bake it. Tempeh, if you put it in the oven, see, look how much drier this is. See, this is dry. You can't squish it. There's not a lot of moisture in it. This, I don't always cook in the oven because it will dry out, and then it gets kind of it's a dry, crispy little yummy, salty nugget of tamari baked yumminess. But we pan fry it more, dry fry it. So let's just to be quick, I'm going to pour some soy sauce. This is tamari low sodium soy sauce on this, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of. I like to pop that off because this is going to be a pour. I pour this on until everything gets. Can you toss that a little bit? Thank you. Toss that, and then we're gonna. This is just how we go here all the time. Put a little this on. The reason I put the maple syrup on is because it helps it have more of like a teriyaki-ish kind of luster when you bake it. It has that. So we're gonna add this now to this sheet and put it in the oven, bake it. And you might have a little bit extra moisture from the tamari, and you can just bake it off in the oven. If you have a ton of it, don't pour all of it in there, but this is enough. And if you want to put some ginger in here, that would be so yummy.
Oh yeah.
Or if you want to add other things, this is just basic tofu cubes. And we're going to spread these out. Now the medium firm ones are the ones that are breaking. See how these are breaking up a little bit here? Wade? The ones that are breaking up here, that's the medium firm, but the structure ones here are the firm. So
I'm going to put this on top.
Okay, well that means we have to bake it off for a while, but it's good. It adds flavor. Thank you, Mommy. And this tempeh, I'm going to put into a little bowl, and we're going to put some tamari on that and let it marinate. Oh, can you put your tofu in that one, and we'll use this one for the tamari. Or for the tempeh. We're going to bake this and have this for dinner. I'm going to bake it till it looks like it's browned, or the corners are crispy enough, or maybe I want to have it nice and soft, as long as I want. Okay, this. Let's get that covered in some tamari.
I tend to, if possible, get a tamari that is 50% less sodium. They still have quite a lot, but there's one that is 50% less.
Okay, and so I would, again, making basic tempeh cubes, put a little tamari on this, or you can add it to the pan if you're cooking it in a frying pan, and just keep your eye on it because the tamari will burn down, get a little fragrant, and it doesn't take long. Just make it warm. There's nothing that has to be cooked through with tofu. It's not like it has a dairy or an animal product in it, so it's good to go. Warm it up, flavor it up, and it's good to go. And we hope you guys play around with tofu.
Tell them what you do with all this tofu, how you incorporate it, because it's so good.
I don't use that one.
No, the ones you put in the oven and this.
Oh, just on top of brown rice with some vegetables. You just do that, or maybe you have like build your own bowl, and you've got rice and greens and cooked veggies, and then you have tofu cubes, and there's so many different sauces. I can't list them all, but maybe we've done sauces on YouTube yet. Have we done a lot of sauces? I'm not even sure. You can have them in a sandwich in a pita bread pocket with other things. You can have it. I'd have it for breakfast because I like savory for breakfast.
Tofu, when you cooked it like this, is soft-ish, and this is harder, chewier.
Okay, we are going to show how we make tempeh because we have the tofu going in the oven, which could take a while, but we're going to show how the tempeh goes just into the nonstick pan. Just put it on medium heat and let it
dump it in.
Yeah, just throw it in, and It'll warm up, it'll heat up, and be tasty to put into your build your own bowls, to add to your sort of stir fry.
Just eat in little
Or
bites.
eat it or just pop in little bites. All right, we'll watch this for a minute. Be right back. Throw this in the pan and cook it and with tamari or soy sauce or see, it's all cooked off now, all that soy sauce. So we're going to turn this down. And if you want to have a little glaze at the last minute, throw in a little doop of maple syrup and it's good. See how dried up that got and yummy? Okay, maybe we should give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Okay. Wait for it. Okay, let's give it a try.
Just try.
Let's give it a try. It's hot, so you want. I can use a fork. See, it's nice and moist inside.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Cooking it just not too long.
Okay, that was just with tamari. Now I'm going to put a little half a capful of maple syrup and stir that around now and see what happens.
We'll stir that around and we cook it a little longer.
No, it just needs to kind of glaze it. Because if it's in that hot of a pan, it probably would have like burned it up. All right, there's a big drop right there. Got it. Okay, now let's try.
Notice the difference?
I think it has a little bit of a, you get that sweet, salty balance. Okay, the tofu gets all browned and crispy on the edges, and the sauce all kind of burns off beautifully, and that's ready to go in your stir fries or in your build your own bowl night, or putting it in your along with noodles or in a pita pocket. Cook up your tofu or your tempeh, however you can. Play around with it because you'll find what works for you. You'll find the...
And kids love these dishes.
They do. My nieces and nephews go wild over them. All right.
Oh,
Have fun
you
with
know
it.
what else is good, Jane?
What?
To grill the tofu. You've done that outside.
Should we go outside right now in the snow and grill?
No.
In when grilling weather for sure. All right. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.